All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:23 in the afternoon on Friday, September the 10th, 2021. And today I get to do a $1,064 recap. This is a nice way to go into the weekend. I went into the weekend red last weekend. It didn't bother me too much. It wasn't a bad red day last week, going into the weekend last weekend. It was just that it was a 3-day weekend. Going into the weekend green today, it's really nice. It's been a decent week of trading. Pretty tough though. It's DraftKings has been a tough thing to trade. So today, the big winner was AFRM and SPY options. So let's just kind of go into it here. So here we have DraftKings. Now, $64.19 is the level that I want to see get broken above and then hold. And in the past 3 days, let's see, on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, DraftKings here made an attempt for that level each day and just hasn't been able to hold it. And now this morning, it was gapping up over $64.19. And I put in pre-market orders for DraftKings shares prior to the bell this morning. And I wound up, and as a part of my pre-market workup, I was like, here, look at this, here it is pre-market. So here it is at $63.50 some cents and so forth. And in the last 10 minutes before the bell opens, DraftKings drops down and opens below 64.19. So kind of I don't know if you want to call it an old trick on Wall Street, or it's just a behavior that you'll see after you've done this long enough, is that when a stock is bumping up against a price and it can't close over that price during regular session hours, it's bullish, there's a bullish setup, but the stock just can't break over a price during regular market hours, it'll gap up and open up over that price in pre-market action, and then it'll continue, on its merry way. However, I was pretty annoyed today. I did have these orders in. I had 3 orders staggered for 100 shares each. Let's go to the 1 minute. Between let's see, $64.25, $64.20, and then $64.15. So I was in at an average for 300 shares. Here you go. Let me bring it over. I was in at an average of $93.20. I'm sorry, $64.20. Oh, it's nap time. I'm not able to keep it all straight after nap time. I should be asleep, taking a nap. Okay, let's get into it here. This, you can see this got filled at 9:27 in the morning. And so I put these orders on pre-market, and I was not expecting it to come down pre-market. Now, what's wrong with that? Big deal. If I had these open and it were regular market hours, then what's the difference? I got filled pre-market, I got filled, during the market, what's the difference? Well, the difference is the open. So an open above $64.19 is different from an open below $64.19. One is more bullish than the other. Opening above $64.19 is much more bullish than opening below $64.19. This thing has spent 3 days here. This stock, prior to today, it's spent 3 days, 7, 8, and 9 of September, doing its best to get above 64.19 and hold, and close and hold. So an open below 64.19 is bearish. So my behind, my posterior was clenched for this, and I was like, maybe I can get away with it. Maybe everything will be okay. So it opened, ran down to 63.76. And so I was down 50 cents on 300 shares in this thing, which is $150 at one point. And I was like, crap. But then, so fortunately for me, it started running up and started going up above $64.20. I was like, okay, well, here we go. This thing's going to run today. It's actually, I may have gotten a little lucky with it opening below and then it running up and so on and so on. Well, anyway, I wound up letting this thing go. Let's see. It looks like it was for maybe about $4 a profit on 300 shares, and this was the pre-market setup, and just it didn't work out. So then I took another shot at it. Let's see, and that was at looks like about 9.52 and 9.55. What was I seeing? I think it was the next break above. Yeah. The next break above $64.20, I started getting into another 300 shares, and it really kind of fell flat. I was really looking for a big run, at least 1% before taking profits, which is 63 cents. You can see here the best that I did was 21 cents. Wait, where is it? Realized, I don't know. Wait, let's see. It's $24 roughly on 300 shares. So the best I did was 8 cents. So it started to run up again, and I was like, and here on this run right here, it was breaking up above, the morning's high, which would have been another trade, except for this thing's way too zigzaggy. I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have gotten out of my pre-market orders profitably, and then, I didn't get to maximize gains on this run right here. I mean, it's only a 24 cent or 30 cent run from 64.19 to 64.48. So it's kind of like, what to do? Really tough to trade on this when it just won't get up and go like I'm expecting it to. So I think I like baseball analogies for trading stocks. They tend to work, and so for right now, 3 strikes you're out. Let's see. Let me take this. So 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out. So DraftKings is probably going to pull back a little bit. I'm guessing it's going to pull back a little bit from here, maybe down to the 61.20 level, 61.60 level or so. Maybe down here to the open here on September 7th. And then it'll gather some more energy, more price activity to break through that 64.19 level. But for right now, it's 3 swings, 3 misses. Time to move on. All right, EFTR. I didn't trade this today. I had my finger on the button for it. Pretty interesting move here. If you look, let's get the 1 minute. So, $29.20 was the previous day's close, I believe. Let me see what 29. Oh yeah, no, 29.20. Here's what 29.20 is. So 29.20 is the high from the first day this thing started trading after the news that it was being merged with Effector Therapeutics and blank check firm Locust Walk Acquisitions said Thursday they have agreed to merge in a deal that will make the cancer therapies developer a publicly listed company, which I guess, LWAC is publicly listed. EFTR is publicly listed. I don't understand. Maybe they're forming a new company that's going to be publicly listed. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, right now, this thing's actually on the daily is putting in a bull flag. This is a bull flag right here. And so, the way this thing will resolve is to the upside if it's going to resolve. So let me see here. Let's put in a trend line real quick. Yeah, so if this thing resolves the way it looks like it's going to resolve, it'll do it soon. Maybe by the 13th, the 14th, this thing will resolve. I'm going to put this on a watch list. Not large cap movers. Let's put it in. Let's put it in momentum. EFTR. And put it in alphabetically. There we go. All right. So then next up, AFRM. Now here we go. This was a nice trade today. Let's look at it on the. Oh, I was looking at it on the 5 minute. And here's why I was looking at it on the 5 minute. Let me clean this up a little bit so it's easier to see kind of everything. So I'm going to leave the open on there. The 111.24, I'm going to leave that on there. So the 1 minute time frame and the 10-minute time frame just weren't really making a lot of sense to me at the time. I just wasn't getting like what I thought was good information. Now the break above the open, that's all good. The 111.24. I mean that's good stuff, right? But this 1 minute right here, you can see this big pull down right here, then a bear flag and resolution to that bear flag to the downside. And then it started kind of creeping up here. This is the 1 minute, right? And there's nothing really signaling. I mean, perhaps if I had entered, right here, 108.92, after kind of this, after it recovered from its sort of bear flag resolution, there are a lot of really good reasons to be bullish on this stock too. By the way, I was bullish on it this morning. I was thinking this thing would be a big mover today. It didn't. It moved a lot further than I expected it to, and so I didn't really see what was going on here on the 1 minute, or the 10 minute, in the 10-minute time frame too. Is kind of like, I don't know. I just wasn't seeing where the entry was. And so there's another setup that I like, and it's a 5 minute setup, 5 minute time frame setup, and it's a VWAP, volume weighted average price setup. And this one started to make a lot more sense to me. So here we are at the open, and it sells off for the first 5 minutes. Now the volume weighted average price comes down here, and then we have a run up on the volume weighted average price. So let's see, the close here, the way that I like a volume weighted average setup is that after a push down, after like a little bit of a sell off, whether it's 5 minutes or the first 30 minutes, whatever it is, price will kind of recover and then move above volume weighted average price, confirm the move. So on this 5 minute candle right here, volume weighted average price was $87.32. This thing closed just above volume weighted average price at $87.34. So then the next candle on the 5 minute chart is confirmation. Confirmation, the move above the volume weighted average price is real. This close can be trusted. It's bullish. Look for an entry. And so the next entry for me, what I like to do for an entry is I like to get in at a price that's as close to AFRM. I was about to say, here we go. This is more like it. Now let me get these. I was like, why? This doesn't look right. This isn't making sense. I don't remember this setup looking like this. Okay, so here we go. All right, so dip down at the open. This is the 5-minute chart again. Then a close above VWAP. Now you have to wait for confirmation. So we got a close above VWAP. The close here was at 109.75 and VWAP was at 108.73. Got confirmation right here. And so after I got confirmation, I was like, okay, I'm looking for a dip. I'm looking for a price to enter this thing. And I was like, you know what? VWAP was at 109 and some change at the time. It's when I entered this, VWAP was a little bit higher than 109. It's a dynamic number, so it's not like, you know, VWAP for this 5 minutes is going to be 109. It says 109 on my screen right now, but it was closer to like 109.50 or something like that when I entered it. So I put it in order for 100 shares at 109.50, and it worked out really well. I got in. Let's see. Actually, I can pull it up. I'm curious to know now. Transactions. AFRM by 109.05. Okay. So it was really close to 109 then. So I got in at $109.05, only on 100 shares. And you know, hindsight being 2020, I wish that I had gotten in with more, you know, than 100 shares here. And it was a great spot to enter. 109 on the next candle, on the next 5-minute candle, this thing ran up from my entry, and I'll show you where and why I exited this trade. I think it had to do with pre-market level. Yeah, the pre-market high was at 114.51. And so let's see, $5. Let's do a little bit of math. $5.05. So I bought this thing at 109.05 plus 5.05 equals 114.1. And so this thing came up and tapped 114.51, which is a level that I had on this morning from the pre-market high. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll take profits. It made a little bit better than a 4% move for me. Got a little bit better than a 4% gain on it. So, you know, not bad. You know, $500 on, you know, for trading only 100 shares of a stock on the day. You know, it's pretty good. Now this thing did go on to give some more entries here. You can see it dipped down. This 111.74 was the pre-market low, and 111.24 right here was the open. And right in here on this candle right here, it dipped down into that area again, and then just never looked back. This is a bottom pin. Let me get this. I really like stocks with these formations. This right here is what I call a bottom pin. I wasn't paying too close of attention to it at the time when it happened, but I like you know, a pin that has a nice big long bottom to it. That means buyers came in and bought it back up to this level right here, and it just didn't look back for the rest of the day. It hasn't looked back at that level at all. It's just been moving from bottom left to top right for pretty much the entire day. So yeah, I left some profits on the table, but you know, I also traded according to my plan, and you know, made some pretty decent money. All right, next up, CLVT. CLVT is one that I had on watch for a move down to the support area. Didn't happen, so there's no trade there. Let's see, VNCE. VNCE actually started to move and hit the scanner a few times today. And there was, I saw this happen, but the volume was so light and the price action was so kind of sketchy. I didn't pay any attention to it. Lake, I don't know what's going on, or actually Lake just put out some kind of news. Here we go. Lakeland Industrial fiscal Q2 earnings, revenues decline, shares decline, pre-bell. So too bad, so sad. All right. Then after that, it was the SPY. So the SPY today, first of all, the VIX. Let's take a look at the VIX first. So I have 1821 as a level to watch on the VIX. So anytime it starts moving above 1821, I start getting interested in getting along the SPY, because I really think that I think there's more upside left to this market, and the VIX is going to be sort of one of the best indicators to keep an eye on for entries on trades on the SPY. Now, 1900, or actually 18.98 is the level to watch on the VIX as of today for upside resistance. So sure enough, the VIX came up here to 1898 and just kind of started to turn around right here, and this level right here. So looking at the SPY, let's bring the SPY down here. There were some levels. Now, I have a lot of charts on the SPY today. I was using a lot of charts to trade the SPY today. Here's the 30-minute chart. And so, here we have the open right here. And there was a rather significant sell-off today. I mean, it went from an open of 451 to a low down here of 447.34. So I mean, that's movement. There's money to be made in those kinds of moves. And so at about the same time that the SPY started peaking up over 8. Let's see what time it is right here. 10:30 right here. Let's look at the SPY at 10:30. Pretty sure, yeah, I started buying options right here at when the SPY was at $448.71. I started averaging into a position on the SPY calls, and I wound up buying all the way up to, I was buying 2 calls at a time, and I bought them until the VIX hit 1898. I bought, I don't know, two contracts every 5 minutes or so, or something like that, for about a half an hour. So I was in a rather sizable position, and then it came down here as the VIX was topping out, and I managed to get in, not exactly at the bottom, but got pretty close to the bottom. I was buying from here to here, and then it made its move, and I was able to dump it right here. So I did manage to make some pretty decent money on those SPY options. Let's see. You can see about 5 of them I was still upside down on when I sold, which is kind of strange, but options pricing kind of works, even though like the first ones I was buying were in here, and price recovered, and I sold like right here or right here, pretty close to the top there. Even though at the SPY the price level was higher, the options prices didn't recover. It needed to go a little bit higher for all of my options to turn green, but it says here 5 of my options were underwater, and so 39 of them were above, which is kind of nice. 16 cents on 3,900. That's not bad. That's decent. So, all right, yeah, that's pretty much my trading day, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you on Monday morning's strategy session. Have a great weekend, everybody. I am out.